Hey guys, welcome back to Sunday Potluck. I'm going to be making a recipe out of the second edition cookbook. It's pot roast with root vegetables. So it's going in the crock pot. Love crock pot dishes. So let me show you what I'm doing. Okay, so it says you need a boneless chuck eye roast, and I got a chuck roast. I don't know if it's a chuck eye or what it is. I'm not really 100% sure on that. But it says it's a chuck roast. And it says about 3.5 pounds trimmed of excess fat. And this is 3.4 pounds. So we'll just go with that. And I don't know what the excess fat is. This doesn't look like it's got a whole lot of, I mean, there's fat on it. But it's not like got like, well, that's a chunk of fat. But I mean, it's not like got, you know, a huge chunk of fat. So it says to pat this dry with a paper towel. So let me grab paper towels. Okay, so it says dry the roast thoroughly with paper towels. I don't know how thoroughly you can dry a roast, but I'm gonna dry a roast thoroughly. I don't think I've ever done this when cooking a roast and like drying it with a paper towel. I've never done that. So it's kind of something new for me. I don't know. Do y'all normally dry, you know, rub a paper towel on the roast? I don't know. So it says to, and I probably should have just got a plate, but I don't know. It says to salt and pepper it generously. So we're gonna salt and pepper generously. So I think that if you like dry it all off, the pepper doesn't have nothing to stick to. But I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I probably am wrong. But anyway, so we're gonna dry or salt and pepper this generously. And then, oh, I peppered in my cookbook. Okay, season it generously with salt and pepper. Heat oil in a large pan until shimmering but not smoking. Okay, so let me go over with you what we need. You need a boneless chuck eye roast, about 3.5 pounds, trimmed of excess fat, salt and ground black pepper, 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil, a medium onion chopped, 2 medium garlic cloves minced, 2 teaspoons of sugar, 1 cup of low sodium chicken broth, 1 cup of low sodium beef broth, and I don't think I got the low sodiums. Yeah, I didn't get the low sodiums, but whatever. A sprig of fresh thyme, 1.5 cups of water, 1.5 pounds of small red potatoes, and 8 medium carrots peeled and sliced 1/2 inch thick. And I just got a package of carrots because I like carrots and I like potatoes. So I'm probably going to add more vegetables. I'll probably fill up my crock pot with vegetables because I like the vegetables more than the meat. That's kind of weird. Okay, so I'm going to stop this video and we're going to go over to the stove. Okay, so if you can tell me how to know that oil is shiny and shimmering without, because it's liquid, so it's always shiny and shimmering to me. Anyways, I think that that's probably good right there. So I'm going to put my roast in here and I'm going to brown it. Yeah, I'm going to brown it on all the sides. It says brown roast thoroughly on all sides about 10 minutes. So I'm going to just do it a couple of minutes on this side, a couple of minutes on that side, and then do the sides. Couldn't think of what it's called. I'll do the sides, and y'all won't have to wait 10 minutes. So I'll be right back with a brown roast. Okay, so I'm going to call this browned on all sides. It says to put this back on a plate. I'm going to set that there. And then it says to chop up an onion. It says to chop up an onion. Now, I'm going to call that chopped because I like big onions in my roast. So, I'm just going to call that chopped. I like a lot of onions in my roast too, so I might add another roasted or another onion if I get down there and feel like it needs it. Okay, so it says to transfer the roast to a large plate, set aside. Reduce heat to medium. Add onion to pan and cook, stirring occasionally until it begins to brown. So we're gonna stir this occasionally until it begins to brown. I don't know what chopped really means. I wouldn't consider this a chopped onion. I would think a chopped onion is like what you put on like in tacos. Like, to me, that's chopped. This is chunks of onion, but this is what I'm gonna do because I probably should have cut them up smaller. But I'm kind of going with what I know for a roast, and this is what I know for a roast. So, and that's kind of like what you have to do with cookbooks like this. You kind of have to go with what you know because, you know, what else are you going to do? Right? So, I need 2 cloves of minced garlic. So, I'm going to go ahead and get my garlic mincer out. And I don't know how to do this, but I've always seen that you do it like that. I don't know if that's right or not. Or if there's a way to do it to get all of the hard stuff off. But, I don't know, if you got an easier way, let me know. I guess that's the peel of it. Yeah, I probably should have chopped the onion up smaller. I think that's what it probably meant. Because, you know, it did say chop it, but that onion up there is just giving me it. So it goes. Okay. So, yeah, I probably did it wrong, but whoops. Oh well. Alright, so I'm not going to do that just yet. I'm going to go ahead and get this one done like this. So it calls for 2 medium cloves of garlic minced and 2 teaspoons of sugar. I've already got my sugar measured out here. So you put that in, and then until it's fragrant. It says about 30 seconds, and then you add the thyme. And combine contents of the pan with the roast in the crock pot. Scraping the bottom of the pan to loosen the browned bits. I don't have any browned bits in here, but maybe they'll come. Maybe they'll come later. I don't know. Okay, so y'all, that's not enough onions for me for a roast, because like I said earlier, I like onions in my roast, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Oh, I always hate like this part of the onion where it's not the meat of the onion. It's like got I don't know, it's the outside, but not the true outside of the onion. Like, I don't know what it's called, but it's got like a rubbery taste to me. It doesn't have like a oniony taste. That just makes no sense. But if y'all know what I'm talking about, let me know. If you don't know what I'm talking about, let me know, and maybe I'll figure it out. I don't know. Okay, so I'm going to, that's starting to brown. So I'm going to go ahead and mince my, almost said onion, mince my garlic in here. I guess it's been about 8 minutes. It hasn't been 8 minutes since I put that in there, but we're just going to go with it. Okay. I don't know if that's what that's supposed to do. Yeah, I know what that's supposed to do, the garlic. Okay. That's minced, right? Okay, I get that. Scrape that off. But is that what's supposed to be left in your garlic press? I don't know. This is like the second time I've ever used this thing. And the first time it did that, and so I'm thinking that that's probably just the way it is and the way it's always going to be. But I don't know. Okay, so got that in there. Oh, and then the sugar. I've never put sugar in my roast, but you know, there's a first for everything, right? And it just says to cook it about 30 seconds until it's fragrant, and that's pretty fragrant. So and then it says to transfer it to the crock pot. So let's head back over to the crock pot. So I'm back at my crock pot. I've got my roast over here. It says combine the contents of the pan with roast in the crock pot, scraping the bottom of the pan to loosen the brown bits. So let's get this roast in to the crock pot. And it doesn't say, I don't know if it matters what side, if there's a side that needs to go down or not go down or whatever that part, I don't know. And then there's my onion and garlic and sugar. Yeah, I think that's all that's in there is the onion, garlic, and sugar. Scraping my pan to get all the good juicy stuff out of there. And then that looks good. Okay. So then it calls for, oh, I forgot to add the thyme. Whoops. Add thyme. There you go. Because you put the thyme in right before you put it in the crock pot, so that works. Okay, so it says add the chicken and the beef broths, and then you add enough water to come halfway up the sides of the roast. Okay, so let me get a measuring cup. Let me find a cup. I've got so many measuring cups, and they are all a little different. Okay, so I'm gonna use this box broth stuff, and so you gotta shake it up a little bit. And then I'm always afraid because when it's got the no pull tab thingies that I got one that was already opened, even though I know it's not. But I always feel like, uh-oh, did I mess up and get some that was already done? Okay, so that's a cup of beef broth. Now, a cup of the chicken broth. And then the the liquid is already almost up to the halfway point of the roast. So that's already, yeah, that's already halfway there. So I'm not gonna add any water to that because it's already halfway up the side of the roast. I mean, it's already covering this end. I don't know if you can see it. It's already covering this end, and it's about halfway up on that end. So I'm not gonna add no more water. And then it says to cook it for 1.5 hours, but it doesn't say what high, low, warm, whatever. Okay, so it says cook it for 1.5 hours. So I'm gonna turn it on. I'm gonna turn it on high for 1.5 hours, and see if I can. I don't know. Maybe I'll call my mama and say, "How long are you supposed to cook a roast?" Because there are no times on this cookbook. So I'm gonna turn this on, and we'll see you in a little bit. Hey guys, so my roast has been in the crock pot for about 1.5 hours on high. My kitchen's messy because I've been making bread, so there's that. So now it's time to just add the root vegetables, which is the potatoes and the carrots. So it didn't say, I don't think it said. It just said 1.5 pounds of small red potatoes. And I couldn't find like super small red potatoes, like the little bitty ones. So I just got this size, so we're gonna cut them up. So let's see, I'll show you what I'm doing. Okay, so there's the roast, y'all. Isn't that pretty? It smells so good. My husband came in, he was like, "Oh, it smells so amazing." So I'm just gonna cut up, and I've washed these, and so I'm just cubing them up into like 8ths. I cut them in half and then cutting those halves into 4ths, just like so. And then it says to peel and cut the carrots into about a 1/2 inch thick. I don't know if that means like a 1/2 inch long. Like, I don't know. I don't know what that means for sure, for certain. But, so, we're just adding these. And I'm gonna, I guess I should have already cut these up and then put them in a bowl so that they can kind of mix up in there together and get all about the same mixture. If that makes any kind of sense, I don't know. Sometimes what I say doesn't make sense to me. It just looks like a weird piece. So sometimes it doesn't make sense, sometimes it does make sense. I don't know. So I guess what I'm trying to say is so that the carrots and the potatoes all kind of they're not all, see, I can't even think what I'm thinking. So that they're all sitting, you know, mixed up. That's what I'm trying to say. So that, guys, I'm having a brain issue right now. So that they're all mixed up and not just, you know, all potatoes on the bottom and then all the carrots on the top. So, but I guess it doesn't really matter. I think that's probably all the potatoes I'm gonna do. And then I'll do the carrots. Well, I've only got one more, so I'll just go ahead and do that because it's already washed. I don't know if when you cook potatoes, or when you wash potatoes and you don't use them all, does that make them not like good? You know what I mean? Like not where they're not as, I don't know, do they go soft on you, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Like if I had not put that potato in there, would it have still worked? Okay, so a 1/2 inch, see, like a 1/2 inch is like that. Where's my camera? Like that's a 1/2 inch. That's a little big carrot. I'm gonna cut it like that because this is how I normally cut carrots up for my roast. So we're just gonna go with that. And then on the skinny end, I don't cut it into 4ths. I just cut it into the half. Okay. So that's how I'm going to do that. I'm going to finish putting these carrots in, getting them grated and put them in. And then it doesn't say how long to cook it for. It just says until the vegetables, it says continue cooking until roast is cooked thoroughly and vegetables are almost tender. So I don't know when that's going to be. So I'm going to let it cook for a couple more hours and then check it and see what it looks like, I guess. I don't know. We'll see. So I'm going to let it cook for a couple of more hours and we'll go from there. So I'll see y'all back in a couple hours. Hey guys, so I'm back with my pot roast and it smells so good all day long in the house. So let me show you what we got going on. Okay, so the potatoes and the carrots are fork tender. For sure. Yeah. Okay, so let's see if we can get down here to the meat. It has been, let's see, it's 5:30, so, and I put it on about 11:30. So that meat is super tender. So good. It has been cooking on high for about 5 hours, and then I turned it down low for about an hour. See if I can find some. So it's been on low for about an hour. So this will be easier with a different scooping abilities. But like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and turn it off down to warm. I'm gonna turn it to warm. So it has been cooking all day or all afternoon, and let's see. So like I said, this meat is just like fall apart. So good. I hope it's really good, y'all. I love pot roast, and it's been a while since I've had it, and sorry about my dishes. Okay, so let's taste this. Okay, the carrots, I didn't like stir anything around. So the carrots just kind of taste like carrots. So if I had to like mix it up in there, it probably would have tasted better. But let me try the meat, because that's what, you know, that's what's important in the pot roast. It's good. There's not like an overabundance of flavor, but it's good. To be honest, my husband's probably going to come in here and put some Cavengers on it, but it's still good. Potatoes are the same way. It's not, I mean, it's a potato. It tastes like a potato, but it's good. If I cook it again, I'll probably add some more seasonings to it, some more spices, but, you know, we're going to eat it because it really is good. So if you try it, let me know what you think. If you try it like it is, let me know what you think. If you add something to it, let me know what you added and what you think about that. And give the video a thumbs up if you liked it. And don't forget to subscribe to Sunday Potluck. Thanks for watching. Bye.